How the fudge you doing? Hey guys, DfieldMark here bringing you another episode of Rise SMP. Today, we're going to be attempting to do a full-blown Blaze Farm tutorial in less than 20 minutes. I cut down the whole entire, basically the entire build that I was doing in the past 2 episodes just to see if I could do this in a 20-minute period. So this video is going to be filled with cuts, filled with edits, so hopefully you guys can just watch this one video and basically learn how to make a nice, quick, and efficient Blaze Farm tutorial. The original link to the video that I will be watching and basing my build off of will be down in the description below if you guys want to check that out. But if you guys, let's just jump straight into it. We're gonna try to build a Blaze Farm less than 20 minutes, lots of cuts, lots of edits. Let's get right to it. So first thing you guys are gonna want to do is you're gonna want to head into the Nether and obviously find a Blaze Farm or a blaze spawner and clear out an entire area around that. So as you guys can see, there's the blaze spawner that right there. I cleared out this entire area in the last 2 previous episodes, and we're just gonna go straight from here, use this same blaze spawner, and just go from there. So after you found that blaze spawner, you're gonna go to the blaze spawner and you're gonna make a 3x9x9 area. So the blaze spawner is gonna be in the middle, obviously is right here, and above the blaze spawner you're gonna have 1 block, so that's gonna be 1 layer, and then another layer is gonna be the layer that is adjacent or next to the blaze spawner layer, and then you're gonna make another row right below this layer like so. So after you've made that little layer, as you guys can see, this is an easy 3x3x9 around the blaze spawner. So after you guys do that, you're gonna want to extend each corner by 1 block like this. So each corner by 1 block like so. I need to fix this a little bit. I didn't really make my clean little pathways to get to each side. So there's going to be extend each block 1 below like so. And then you're going to also extend the very top corner blocks as well by 1 block each. So go on to the top. There's 1 block, there's 1 block, there's 1 block, and there's 1 block. Alright guys, next step, you're going to take that corner basically and you're going to fill in this little area here. So you're basically going to have a little bit of a block area, like a little block space area, which will allow for the maximum amount of room that you need in order to have a blaze spawner spawning. So you're going to do this on the top and the bottom layer. So there we go, we did the top layer. We're going to jump down straight into here, our last corners that we had earlier. And you're going to fill that in. Can I do this without falling? Yes, I can. Mind that, excuse me. So this is going to take a little bit of time since I am playing on a survival world, but hopefully you guys can learn and will learn how to do this. And I'm kind of just doing it to show you guys that it is possible to be making one of these nice, quick, and simple. Oh my god, I keep falling. I need to make my pathway a little bit better. Alright, anyway, so yeah, so extend that very, very bottom layer. So technically you have a 4x4 or 4x9x9, but technically the very bottom and the bottom and the top layer will not have a layer. Like it'll just be an air block layer on the very, very last spot. So there we go. Finishing that side here, and then let's jump on over this way and finish this last section here. Alright guys, after that, after you make the layer, you're going to jump on over to the very top of your farm. You're going to make a little roof area right over here, right above this layer. So as you guys can see, there's going to be a 1 block area here where you guys will be able to basically let the maximum efficiency of the blaze farm. And you're just going to make a little roof, and this will be the roof of your farm. And you're going to also want to have your lava lighting, basically your on and off switch for what the farm will look like. After everything is finished. Alright, for the lava lighting, all you have to do is from the corners, you're going to go 1 block in and boom, 1 block in and boom. Oops, I accidentally blocked this one. 1 block in right there and 1 block in right there. So you're going to keep these spots. This will be towards the end of the farm tutorial basically. We're going to focus on this part later, but we're just going to go ahead and move on straight down to the next step. Alright, next step, we're going to expand our funneling system that'll basically guide the blaze downwards into a little funneling area. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend this layer down another 4 blocks. So it's going to be nice and simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to basically do this all the way around this entire farm, guys. Nice, quick, and simple. As you guys can see, just 1, 2, 3, 4, jump all the way down. You guys could obviously make this into cosmetic blocks like glass, whatever, nether brick, whatever you guys would want, but for simplicity reasons and for supply reasons here on the Rise, we're going to just use stone bricks. I do want to try to keep this room as dark as possible. You guys are going to always keep that in mind. Try to keep that spawner room as dark as possible in order to keep the spawning rates up. in order to not make it less efficient, and it just makes it a lot easier if the room is very, very dark. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this off of camera. Just go around the entire bottom layer, another 4 blocks. This is basically to extend our little funneling system, and we'll be back in the next step. Alright guys, next step, as you guys can see, you are going to be building this little funneling system, and since it is a nice amount of height, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers going down, it means that the blaze are basically out of the little activation center of the spawner rate. So the spawner is no longer checking for the blaze in that area, which means that it will just keep spawning as fast as it can and basically keeps efficiency up. So basically Mumble's farm is going to differ from a majority of the other farms here due to the fact that it's not going to be using a lot of pistons. So I'm not going to be really using sticky pistons. I might be using it towards the end of the video, but the next step that you guys are going to have to do here is just going to build a little layer 2 deep all the way across. So you're going to be building another layer on the inside of this little spawning platform. So you're just going to go all the way around in this little circle like so, and you're going to make this a 2-block high drop. So as you guys can see, it's nice and simple. You don't even need to use any redstone right now for this little funneling side, and that's where my first farm kind of got a little bit out of hand. I needed a lot of materials to complete it, so I decided to switch it up a bit and do a little nice quick tutorial for you guys. So there we go, just a nice 2-block little square around this first initial layer, and there we go with that step. We'll be right back in the next one. I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like once we are done. Alright, so this is basically what it looks like after you guys have gone through the first little funneling stage, and the next couple of steps are going to be very, very, very similar. Basically, you're going to be doing the same exact thing, but just making it funnel into another shorter area. So we're going to go 1 block in like so, and then make it another 2-block drop, just to make it so that the blaze don't really float back up into the previous layer. And we're going to go around in a circle around this little funneling area as we just did. Nice and easy, nice and quick, no pistons required, no redstone, none of that. So we're just going to go ahead and straight jump back into this and finish off this little layer. Let's see, bam, 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 nice, quick and simple. As you guys can see, this takes up a very minimal amount of resources, so you guys can and will be able to make this on your own survival world. And that is it for that step, and we're gonna go move right into the next one. Alright guys, in this next step, this is gonna be the very first step. We're gonna start to implement some pistons into our design. So you're gonna need 8 pistons for this part, and then we're basically, after this last funnel, you're gonna do another funneling section right here, another 2 deep funneling section, go around in a little section like so, and then make that 2 deep so obviously the blaze can't get up. And then you're going to dig in the middle. I accidentally placed a block there, and then you're going to step up into the actual platform or into the actual blaze farm, and you're going to place pressure plates all around this section like so. Now after you've placed those these pressure plates, I keep forgetting what they're called. Hold on, let me eat a food really quickly here. You're going to break this block right here. You're going to place 2 sticky pistons on each corner like this, and you're gonna keep it there just to keep yourself an eye out, or give yourself an eye, or keep yourself basically looking at this little piston right here. And then from this corner, you're gonna do this corner here as well. You're gonna do these 2, and you're gonna do these 2. So you're gonna have 2 on each side. This basically makes it so that if they step here, this will be activated, push them into this one, and then this piston will push them into the middle. So you gotta make sure you guys don't use 3 pistons on each side. We're going to be doing the redstone mechanism for this little activation in a quick second. You're going to replace the blocks that you broke like so. Oops, I forgot to put pistons on this side. Place the blocks that you broke, and that is it for this step. We're going to be doing that redstone mechanism very shortly. Keep an eye out. If you guys are enjoying this video, hit that like button. We're going to go ahead, continue with this build, and we'll be back in 1 second. Alright guys, we're going to be doing the redstone wiring for the piston plates that we just placed. This part is going to be a little bit of confusing, so you guys might have to rewind and unwind and rewind and unwind and so on and so forth. So what you're going to do is, after in this last funneling layer, you guys can see there's 1, 2 stone bricks. So right underneath the stone brick in this layer right here is where the piston is, or where the pressure plate is. So what you're going to do is you're going to go 1 below where the pressure plate is and place 2 blocks like so. You're going to place a little block there. You're going to place another block this way, another block this way. So it's going to be like a little bit of a zigzag sort of thing. It's going to be a little bit of a zigzag, and we're going to basically be leading this redstone into those 2 blocks like so. So we're going to go up like that, go up another one, another block like so, and then we could probably finish it off with another one here, and another one here. So we're going to connect all this with the redstone like so. Boom, boom. So there connects to 2 pressure plates right there. And then we're going to lead this all the way back up into the little system here. As you guys can see, this little system cross, so I do not need this little section here, actually. And there we go. So that is going to be the redstone mechanism. All you guys are going to have to do is basically make this little line on all of the 4 sides. So this side and the other 2 sides as well. I'm going to do that off of camera just to save us some time. And that will basically activate the pressure plate system inside, which will help funnel your blaze downwards into the killing platform. Alright guys, a quick fix. I did that a little bit wrong. You guys just have to fix this on all of them. I'm going to show you guys how to make it in the last one. So this is basically what it looks like after you've completed the redstone circuit on one of the crushers. And one little fix is what you guys are going to have to look out for, and what you guys are going to have to keep in mind is after you make this 3, this is basically the layout of how to make this little redstone mechanism to push or to power these pistons. So you're going to go right below. So here's the piston. This is where the pressure plate is. You're going to go 1 block below the pressure plate. You're going to go out here 1 block, and then you're going to go 2 blocks this way. So you're going to have a 3 block length along. You're going to place 1 block here and make that actually go 2 up like so. Once that goes 2 up like so, you're going to do another 2 up like this, and then you're going to place 2 blocks directly adjacent to those piston blocks. So that will make it so that the redstone powers this block once somebody steps on one of those pressure plates, or a blaze steps onto those pressure plates, and that is how you activate it. Basically do that same exact pattern on all 4 of the piston sides once you guys have that done. If you guys are a little bit confused about that, feel free to rewind, and we're going to go on and move on to the next step. Alright guys, for this next step, you're basically going to be extending this little funnel section down here as many blocks as you want to go. Well, it's not really technically as many blocks. I'd prefer around 4 or 5 blocks going down, so I'm going to do 4 right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to basically make a little funneling cage around this area right here. So around this little area, if I want the front of my farm to be facing this way, that means that I'm going to be leaving an opening on this side. So we're just going to be filling in this little section like this to have our little funneling area. So this is going to be our little kill platform right here on this side. As you guys can see, all the redstone is going to be all around this little area. Just make sure you guys leave enough room, but don't make it too far. You guys always have to make sure that you're close enough to the blaze spawner in order to be making it spawn. So keep that in mind when you guys are making this little small funneling area. I recommend 4 or 5 blocks. 4 is probably the best amount, as it will ensure that your blaze farm will still be spawning while you're down here. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step. Alright guys, for this next step, you're going to be marking out your little killing platform here. So if this is where the blaze are going to be standing, you're going to place a block right here. You're going to place another block above it, another block above it like this, like so. And this is basically going to be your killing platform. So how you're going to mark this out is you're going to just place a random block. It doesn't really matter. So netherrack, and then you're going to go around to the back of this netherrack. And this netherrack right here will be acting as your crusher piston. So keep that in mind, guys. And then one above the little crusher piston block, you're going to need to put 2 pieces of sticky piston. So that sticky piston will be pushing into that the crusher block, and then this one will also be pushing in. Oops, I accidentally placed an extra one. You're going to be putting 2 pistons like so right on top of each other. The bottom one will be pushing into the crusher block, and then this one has to be a transparent block so that it does not suffocate any of the blaze. So if you guys can take a quick look here, this netherrack will act as your crushing block, and then right above that you will be using a transparent block of some type. I'm using glass, probably one of the easiest things that you can find, and that glass will be your little holder cell, so that the blaze don't fly back up after you guys have started crushing them. After that, we're just going to cover up this little area right here just to make sure everything is nice and covered, nice and secure, and we can move on to the next step. Alright guys, in this next step, this is probably going to be the most confusing step that you guys are going to be watching, so pay attention carefully. If you guys need to, rewind this a couple of times, do whatever you need to do in order to figure out how to do this exactly. So we're going to take this really slowly. I'll try to explain it step by step, but I'm not a redstone genius, so I'll try to get you guys just kind of the insight of how everything in this little farm works. So what you're going to need is a stone button. You're going to need some redstone comparators, or redstone repeaters, redstone, and some type of building block. So the reason why you need a button and a stone button will not work is because a redstone or a wooden button has a longer bit of a sort of like a redstone delay to it. Like, it holds out a redstone signal a little bit stronger than a normal stone button does. So this is why we are going to be using a wooden button. Now, next step, you're going to be right behind this wooden button. You're going to be putting a piece of redstone like so. After that redstone, you're going to be putting 1 redstone repeater facing outwards, no delay. And then after that, you're going to put a block like this. You're gonna put another block like so. Oh nope, that's not it. Wait, let me delete that. Like this. So a block, this redstone repeater facing into a block, going back into this little circuit right here. Then you're gonna place one, two, three, 4 blocks like so. And then on this one, so right across from the first redstone repeater, you're going to put only one redstone, and then this is where you're going to start to use your comparators. So you're going to place your comparators, 3 of them, in a row right here. You're going to place 1 block like so, and then you're going to mine out this little area right here if you do have something to mine out. I'm going to place 4 blocks this way just to have a little bit of a base for us to work with. And finish off this base like so, just to make everything look a little bit cleaner. After that, you're going to make 2 redstone ticks like this, just 2 redstone trails. Now, in this middle redstone trail, you're going to need 1 redstone wire like so, and then you're going to need a comparator facing into this little section here. So if you guys look really carefully, this will be looping back into this section, and this little mechanism will basically make it so that our blazes, this will time the blaze crush very, very well, and it'll just work really, really perfectly. After that, you're going to move on over to this last layer right here. You're going to place 1 redstone repeater going inwards like so. 4 max delay. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, or no, 3 max delay, I think, whatever you guys want to call that. So on the 4 max delay, you're gonna put another stone brick right here. You're gonna put 1 more redstone repeater this way, another 4 max delay, and then you're gonna put a, give me 1 second, guys. Oh god, I'm blanking right here. What goes right here? After this, all right, so 4 repeater here, 4 repeater here, and I believe it's just redstone at the very end. Actually, let's make this 2. So 2 redstone repeaters max delay, and then make this into 1 blocker like this, and it should power that little system here. Now we're gonna go back to the front of the system, and we're gonna use a lever on this side. So this lever here will basically time the crusher, and this level here will close the little area that we have over there. We're gonna move on straight into the next section, guys. If you guys need to, make sure you guys rewind this section. Make sure you have all this redstone wiring correctly. If you have one of these redstone mechanisms wrong, you guys will be messing up the entire system entirely. So make sure you guys do have that all marked out properly, and once you go into that, you guys can move on to the next step. Alright guys, now to finish off this little redstone mechanism you guys have here, you're gonna mine the 2 blocks away. So from this lever, you're gonna mine those 2 blocks away. You're gonna place 2 blocks like so. You're gonna also need a half slab for this step, so make sure you guys do have a half slab. Let me check my inventory. Do I have a half slab? I do not, so I'm gonna make a half slab really quickly. But what you're gonna do is, after this, you're gonna place a redstone here. You're gonna put 1 block above like so. You're gonna put another redstone here, and then you guys are going to need a slab. So a slab of some type. Let me run and make that really quickly. Where is my crafting tables? Over here. So let me run up into here. You're going to need a slab in order to interrupt the redstone signals. If you guys don't put the slab, the redstone signals will get interrupted, and that will make it so that basically your little lever here won't work properly. So you're going to put a half slab above this block right here like this, and then you're going to put 1 redstone piece into there, and that will power your little switch this way. So if we flick the switch, we should see that this redstone will get activated properly, and it will close off this little section right here. Now if we flick this switch, it'll start crushing the blaze. There's a little timer, as you guys can see. It's starting to tick, starting to tick, starting to tick. It'll count off, I think, 21 ticks or something. 21 times 4, and there it is. That is the end of your redstone mechanism. These blazes will now be 1 hit, and once you guys are done with this step, make sure you guys rewind if you need to. It's going to be a little bit of confusing, but try to keep up with it. Redstone mechanisms are not my forte, so I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. Move on to the next step when you guys are ready. Alright guys, for this next step, we're going to work on basically making this area look a little bit better, and then we're going to also expand on our little redstone mechanism. We still have to do our little lava lighting to turn off the system on and off. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with this system, but what we're going to basically do is I'm going to extend this little area by 3 blocks just to kind of make this room look a little bit more unique, or I don't know, I guess make it look a little bit cleaner. And I think it looks nice if it's all 1 type of block. I mean, you guys could make this into whatever type of block you guys would want, but preferably if you do whatever you guys would want to do for this little area here. But I am just going to extend this out like so. Make maybe 3 blocks or 4 blocks. Let's just make it 3. for right now, and then we're basically going to be making our lava lighting section. So this lava lighting section does take some time to do, and it does take some like a couple more redstone mechanisms basically, but it should be pretty easy. And what we're gonna do, you're gonna, wherever you decide to place this, I mean, you guys could make the same exact design, you guys can change it up a little bit, it's all up to you guys. This is all interchangeable with whatever you guys would want to make it as. But what I'm going to do here is on the right side of my little mechanism, I'm going to be placing a redstone lamp. Now you need that redstone lamp in order to try to basically tell if the switch is on or off. So obviously if I push that, the redstone lamp will be on, and if I push that off, it'll be on. So we're gonna go ahead and continue. So right behind that redstone lamp, we're gonna be extending this 4 blocks, so 1 2 3 4, like so, and then we're gonna be making a system that goes all the way to the ceiling that will basically manage exactly how much of this we're going to be using, like to basically turn on and off our redstone light switch. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So right behind this, guys, watch carefully. Right behind this, you're going to be placing another redstone repeater, like so. No delay on it. You're going to be placing, and then you're going to be placing redstone all the way to this block, and then from this block you're going to be placing another redstone repeater into this block right here. So I'm going to try to change this into stone bricks just so you guys can see it a little bit easier. And then make sure right above this redstone piece right here you put 1 block, doesn't matter what block it is. That is in order to make this to stop interfering with that, just to block off that little sensor there. We'll go ahead and continue after you guys have done that. Alright guys, moving straight on ahead, we're going to be working on this little redstone mechanism to get this to go all the way up into our little lava pit that we will have. So what we're going to do first is we're going to replace this little redstone, oops, give me 1 second guys, we're going to place this little redstone mechanism right here with another repeater, no delay on it. We're going to place, where's my building blocks, we're going to place these building blocks all across here, and this will basically act as our little section right here, which will be timing the droppers and the droppers that we will be using. So for this one step, guys, you guys will be needing at least 5 droppers. So watch very carefully how these droppers are placed, because this can get very confusing if you guys don't pay attention. So after these 2 repeaters, you guys are going to put 1 redstone block here, you're going to place 1 repeater here, and then you're going to use your droppers on this step. Where are my droppers? Here, my droppers. You're going to place this dropper facing upwards. 1 second guys, we're going to place this dropper facing upwards, so you're going to jump up, place that upwards, you're going to make this going into that like so, and then you're going to put a block right here, and then you're going to put another dropper facing back into this one, and then you are going to place a, where's my hoppers, you're going to place a hopper right on top like this, and then you're going to place another comparator right here facing into this dispenser, and then you just need 1 item, doesn't matter what item. I'll put a gold nugget in there, so that 1 item should go through into that dispenser like so, and we can continue from here. Alright guys, 1 quick fix that you guys are gonna have to do. So right below, so here's our T flip-flop working right here. 1 block to the bottom right next to where we had the comparator, or right next to where we had the other repeater, you're going to place a comparator facing this way. Make sure it's facing into this little dropper down here, and if you guys can see, if we flick this on once, it'll stay on because we do have our T flip-flop working for us, and then if we flick it off, it'll turn back off, and that means that our system is working perfectly. Alright guys, in this next step, we're going to be extending this little farm right here all the way up to the base of our farm. All you're going to do is you're going to place a redstone right here. You're going to place a block above this redstone like so. And then all you're going to do is we're going to place torches, and then interchanging torches and blocks straight up. So you're going to put a torch here. You're going to put a block on top of this. Wow, I just failed that jump. Let me jump on top of here. Block on top of it. Make this go all the way up to the ceiling, and then we'll continue once we get there. Alright, then after you guys have all those 4 dispensers facing upside down, you guys are going to want to make just a quick little mechanism here. I guess you could connect this into like a little T-like shape like so, and then we're going to connect and extend this little area right here. Actually, let us make this into a, let's do it this way. So we're going to make this go down into this little section right here, and then we're going to change that out, put a redstone repeater and right here, so then it does not interrupt with that signal. And then we're going to place a random block here, so once this torch gets activated, it will run through, power this block, power this entire system, and 4 of the actual things should be running through perfectly fine. Now, one step that you guys have to remember is if we jump all the way down to the very bottom of our farm, you guys need to do this step because I did forget to mention and forget to add this into the earlier portion of the tutorial. But go ahead and head on into your little area here. You're gonna mine inside it, and we're gonna break through this and kind of just go straight on up in the middle. Now in this middle section, so there's 3 layers. There's 1 layer here, there's 2 layers here, and there's a 3rd layer with the pressure plates. On the 2nd layer, right above the pressure plate layer, you're gonna make 1 small indented hole, and make sure you guys have every single one of the holes covered up next to it, just like so. And that means that once the lava will basically break through this portion here and land into that little hole, and it'll make it so that it does not spread. So as you guys can see, it's placed perfectly. Holy crap, that is spawning already. That is a bad sign. Oh god, I'm gonna need to block that off. I shouldn't have done that right now. No. Alright, did I kill it? Yes, I did. Alright, block that off really quickly before they keep spawning. So as you guys can see, it's perfectly aligned into this area right here. And you're going to repeat this with all 4 of the corners like so. Just make sure you guys have all of the corners blocked off properly in order to ensure that none of the stuff is getting out. So there we go. Let's make our little corner here. Just extend these out so I can make our little pouch area that will hold the lava when the lava source flows down. So this will ensure once again that the lava does not flow all over into our farm. So we're gonna start clearing out everything now. This farm is basically 100% done. Everything is basically done. We're just gonna slowly clear out everything here. I'm actually gonna pause the video here, get a bit of a stronger armor on, maybe some fire resistance or something, just to make it so that these blazes don't kill me during this last portion. We'll be right back, guys. This tutorial is almost done, and we will be back shortly. Alright everyone, last and final step of this tutorial. We are going to try to break through from the ceiling and mine up all of these blocks. We're gonna drink. I put myself some diamond armor on, got myself a fire resistance. This is gonna be the hardest part of this entire thing. We're gonna slowly start to try to mine out all these blocks that we had initially placed. Obviously, as you guys can see, the blazes are just gonna keep spawning. We're gonna try to stay alive the best that we can. And yeah, this is basically the last step. This tutorial is fully complete. Showed you guys every single step that you guys need to do in order to have a successful and efficient blaze farm. One step that you guys have to keep in mind is you'll probably have to make like some sort of platform that basically makes it so that you can stand and make the blaze spawn, because you guys won't be able to make a spawn from the very bottom layer because they are over 15 or 16 blocks away from the spawner. So you guys will have to do a little bit of work on that, but that's not too hard. It's very simple to just make a nice quick ladder system. But this is it, guys. This is the full farm. Hopefully you guys learned something new. Another quick tip for you guys, if you guys can notice right here, I'm keeping a block on top of the actual spawner itself, and that's to ensure that blaze does not spawn on top of there, because obviously if a blaze spawns on top of there, it won't be able to get funneled all the way into the center. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this full video. I'm actually not sure if this is under 20 minutes, but if it is, then I've completed my goal. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something new, and this is DField with a nice, quick, and efficient blaze farm tutorial, and we will see you guys in the next one.